I'm sharing my screen. Just I will review in 2 minutes the yesterday class so that you can link, you can get understand for today's class. Yes. Yesterday we discussed about how the Docker image converting to the container means with the Docker image how we are building the container, and from the container how we build the image. Some advantage and disadvantage of Dockers. Then we directly jump to the Docker components. That was the ecosystem that I discussed. That was the ecosystem that I discussed. Uh, see, these are the components Docker have, and we discussed each component functionality and how they work actually in the environment. Then we started our labs yesterday. Okay, that was the first lab. Uh, we created the Docker image. We created the container. We pulled the Docker image from outside the cluster, that is from the public repo. And if anyone have the access of the AWS, so how they can use EC2 instance for these Docker installations and to work on the Docker. So that means on the VM, that is EC2 instance means your VM virtual machine. So that's what I showed here yesterday. Then showed the uh, some scenario how you can identify the Docker image, how you can convert image from your container. So these were the part we discussed yesterday. One of one or two of some people have a concern that how we can identify or we can tag the container name. So today I will show that, but first, and we will jump to the Docker file part that we start today. Okay. So please be serious in this part because these are the area that help for your further learning. Okay. Now, what we will create here today? Today we will just give a name of your container. That yesterday I just run the default and we created container by the default name. We just created the container with the default name, but today we want to give some name to here. So again, I am doing the lab for you. I am first updating the uh, I'm updating the system, right? See, and then install the Docker as it is a cluster. So no need to update your cluster here. But if you have the instances, you need to update that. Okay. I just installing directly Docker. So Docker installed here. I'm just taking the root privilege. I'm going fast because these are the parts we discussed yesterday. Okay. So please be with. Now we'll pull the Docker image. Who can tell me how we can pull the Docker image? Guys, who can tell me? Say something.
Docker
Can
pull
you please
command.
repeat again?
Docker pull command.
Docker pull of list.
Okay, great. So today I am taking the image of Alpine that is available in the public hub, right? So we got that. Now let me take that image.
Docker update.
So we got the image now, okay? The alpine image I have taken from outside the cluster. Just I pulled in front of you. Now I want to create the Docker container from the images. So can anyone come and tell me what should I do here? It is reactive.
Name, container name,
Okay, fine. So what will be container name? Fast
which you want.
container.
Okay,
Okay.
first container. Okay,
And what is my image name?
Alpine,
Okay. Good. I can see. I can put the bean bash. Okay. Bean
bean bash.
bash
Yes.
and your bean sh both are the same, right? Bash is the your upgraded. That is the latest. Basically, these are the help for your self scripting, right? So you can put it on not required. If you want, you can ignore it because it defaults. It take that self script. What is this saying? Don't fail to create. Okay, let me check. Let me check. Docker. Yes. Let me check here.
Oh, actually, you are not in a root user, I think.
Right. You correct.
Yes. Yes, you are still showing in a control plane, so that's why
So
you need
that
to
is
sudo
that is
as
okay.
your.
I will be in the control plane. Okay. But I need to require the root privilege to activate or to execute any file to read write. So that I just forget to update that. Now what we'll do, we directly can run this command. What is asking? Config the container name. Container is already in. Okay. Let me take in your response from daemon. Daemon. So this is your Docker engine. Okay. Config the container name. First name is already in use by the container. So
You
you have to
you
remove.
can change the container name, like
Mhm.
a first name. You can change one underscore container or like that, which you want. Yes, just that's
1 minute.
also
1 minute. Okay. So I have created many container here. You can see the first container it is created. We need to activate, but I will not go for the activations. This is a text container. So this is also happened. This also created. So guys, for the naming of your container, tagging of your container, I believe now it's clear. Amit and other guys who had the query yesterday.
Yes,
Thanks. Thanks for your response. Now, regarding Docker file, can anyone say what is Docker file? Can you explain one and two lines about the Docker files? Anyone? This is our Docker file, right? Now, we'll create container using the Docker file. So anyone please come and tell me.
in a Docker file is a like a mm, it's a text file contains instruction and creating the container images.
It's a like we are uh, maintaining the code or developer creating the codes in Dockerfile.
So this is a set of your instructions that you feed into your daemon engine, right? And based on the instructions, it will create the images and what, and then containers. So why the Docker file required? Why we need the Docker files? Anyone?
The application written in Dockerfile, which application will be run.
Okay, okay. And just one point, and please, guys, I'm telling to all, especially Ujjwal, please don't write anything. Okay, when I'm explaining something on the whiteboard or the notepad and pen, please do anything with your pointers. Okay, correct. See, uh, the image at the starting point when you are starting any project. Okay, for your specific task, may that you will not get from the exactly that thing you will not get from the half, right? So maybe some points, something you are getting related and something you can mark with your code. That is okay. But some specific things regarding your project, regarding your organization, that are not possible to get ready-made over the hub, over the repo. So that's why you have to write your code fast. And something that you can available from the market or the hub that you can take and mark with your file. That's possible, right? So initially, when you making any set of your project, any that based on any language, that based on any database or anything that you have to write in code. Is that clear? Right? Say yes, no.
Yes,
Just I am writing a simple Docker files. See, I am not expert in coding. I am also belonging from the telecom industry, like you. So just I try to write some small code so that we can get an example how we can write the Docker file, how we can create the image from the Docker file, and how we can convert it to container. So that is the purpose. Okay. Now I have just write down a Docker file with the VI editor in the Linux environment. To create any image from Docker file, we use Docker build minus T. He wants to tell me what is the meaning of that.
Build means make the file, and here you are running the, I think, running the file which you have already made.
Exactly. So what I'm doing right now, the Docker file I created and I save it as a name Docker file. You can see that. Now in the Docker file, I have ready with the Docker file. Now I have convert it into the image. So just for your reference, I am just showing again the things. This is I have written. So who is a developer? He can write, he can code many things. Okay, that may be 1,000 lines, that may be 10,000 lines. so he can write. Okay, you can develop the code. I have written only for 2 lines, and there is some syntax, some predefined keyword in the Docker file that also I will analyze. I will discuss after this lab. First, let me show you the lab. So these are the 2 lines I have written like that. You can see a df Docker file, and inside that some code written. So similar way I have written that. Now I will convert this code, the source code, to the images. Himangsu, now tell me what I will write here and why.
Mm, Actually, I forget the
No problem.
command.
No problem.
Okay.
Himangsu.
Mm,
See, build is the command
Just
that helps to create image or convert from your Docker file. These are the syntax of your Linux. One second, guys. Yeah, I have done a mistake. But I have mistake. And as per the syntax, space dot, you have you have to just write here. You have to just write here. One second. You have to just write here Docker build build minus p, and the image name that you are giving. I am giving
image. Docker.
Docker image. Okay. So I am writing a Docker
Mm,
image. Then uh, you have to put the dot after the Docker image. Docker build e. What is the error coming? The legacy builder is because it will be removed in the future release.
Actually,
Okay. Okay.
I think you have yes.
Still the same error, right? Sending build context to Docker daemon. Okay. From Alpine. Full access denied for Alpine. Repository does not exist or any required Docker login. Denied requested access control plan. Okay. Let me try again. Let me try again with that. Mm, Docker images. Okay. Fine. Yes minus a. Well, that also fine. Yes. Images. The syntax that I am missing here. Mm, that's not supported. Full access denied. Full access denied. Let me take help from the system. Let me take the help from system now. We try again. See, it's
You
sending the.
are in root user still, or you have already exist?
No, no, how I can exist? I'm there, na? I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there in the
Mm.
root user
Sudo SEO
because I did not
Docker
exit here.
image.
I did not exit from here, right? So
Okay. Yes.
see, it is sending
Mm.
to the Docker daemon. Okay, but Alpine step 2 from Alpine. Full access denied for Alpine. Maybe Alpine it's having some conflict with the Alpine. Okay, just one moment. Just one moment. Give me just one moment. Sudo app install Docker. Again, let me create the Docker file.
BI Docker file.
Just for your information, in the Docker file, T always will be the capital. Okay, these are case sensitive.
Yes, yes.
Okay, right?
D is capital always. Docker file. Enter
D will be always
file.
the capital.
Yes.
Uh, that is in
And
my.
for insert, we need to push the I button.
Yeah, already it is the insert mode, right?
Mhm.
So just
Yes.
you check. So what is that you need to check? Notice I will give all the comments set to you. And just forget to write the document. So I will give everything to you. Docker built image. So image is now created. What is the name of the image, Himanshu? What I have right here. Can you remember?
Welcome. Welcome to a learn and grow.
No, no. The image name I'm talking about.
Okay,
Test
okay. You
image.
can test
Image.
image. Yes.
Okay. So now let us check the image is created or not. So we have a Docker file and we transform or convert the Docker file to the images. Now let me check. We have that or not in the systems. Oh, sorry. Yeah. We can see the images is there. Test image. Right? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Now
Yes, yes.
now you can create you have the image, so you can create it, right? What
Yes.
what you can create now? Container.
Containers.
Docker file container. Okay. DFC. I just name of the Docker file. Okay. sorry, Docker container, DFC, Docker file container. This is my new files. And what is the name of the image?
Yes, yes.
Name of the image. What is the name of image?
Test
Yes,
image.
yes, with the test image now. So
Yes.
we have created the image that name is test image from the Docker file, and the image is available, so we can build the container. And what is the name of container here? I am putting the name of container DFC, right?
Yes.
Okay, now take up the container. Docker PH.
Docker images.
See, name of Docker. This is my Docker ID. Sorry, container ID. This is my container ID. What is the image used? Test image is used. And what is the name of the container? DFC. So till this point, you clear, guys?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So we today we just finishing the Docker part because we have many things to start regarding the Kubernetes. Just review or overview for this today lab for this Docker files. First, we created a Docker file that using the VI. I'm writing here for you guys, or you can tell me. Docker file creation. What we have done? VI, this is the editor of your Linux editor. Okay. D always,
Yes. I.
D always capital, right? And the file name should be Docker file only, nothing else. Okay. From Ubuntu run. These are the case sensitive, and these are the keyword for the Docker from run. I will write down a few Docker keywords for you. Okay, that may help you in future. Pico, this
ये
is
डॉकर फाइल में हम लोग जो ये आप ऐड कर रहे हैं फ्रॉम उबंटू मींस ये जो इमेज यूज करेगा वो उबंटू करेगा क्या इसमें?
नहीं नहीं इमेज ubuntu नहीं करेगा जैसे पॉइंट आप क्या देखा व्हाट यू हैव ऑब्जर्व हियर व्हाट आई हैव क्रिएटेड द इमेज टेस्ट इमेज राइट
आपने एक कोड डाला उसमें, बट उसमें
हम्म
बैकएंड पे जो फाइल यूज किया होगा जिसमें उसने वो ऐड किया है,
हाँ
हमारा जो कोड है वो क्या उबंटू, जैसे हमने कोड में पहले फ्रॉम उबंटू लिख रहे हैं, इट मींस कि वो ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम उबंटू यूज करेगा.
राइट ओके तो
So we have to mention that OS which
yeah
in which
yeah
we
from
want to add our code.
yeah that I will tell you what are the keywords and what are the function of that.
Okay, okay.
As I started lab fast today, so I just covering this part, then I will come to the theory parts. So just you are getting response that we are taking here. And these files we created inside the temp folder. This is the syntax and this is the standard way for this creation or putting your code in the test files or in the temporary folder, right? Temporary directory. Just I putting here the test file, the name of this test file, and just you make it escape class colon WQ. Okay, so you just exit here. You create the Docker file. Now you convert the Docker file to images. So what I have done, Jules, tell me. Graph. This is your the command that help to create the images from Docker file. I have written here Docker file to images. So we done this. we've done this basically.
In this command, I have a small confusion. Here we are building a test image with our code Docker file, but we are not giving our the name of the content Docker file here.
Sorry?
जैसे हमने टेस्ट इमेज बनाया है, but
जी.
टेस्ट इमेज हम किस कोड से बना रहे हैं वो आइडेंटिफिकेशन में दे नहीं रहे. Then why? How is it checking only this Docker file, or like which we created? If someone else had created any more file.
Getting your point. Getting your point. Basically, it takes from the current directory. Suppose I have put it in the temporary file. Okay. So in the temporary file from which system you are doing, right? You are doing from your system only. So it will
I'm
take
doing
from
from
there
my
only.
user, and if I
Yeah.
created 2 or 3 Docker files, so
Mhm.
how he will decide that I have to build this image from this Docker code?
Okay. Okay. I understood your points. I understood your
That's
points. Okay. Thank you for your query. Give me some time. I'll back to you for this your
sure. Okay.
and finally we're creating container from the image to container. We have written here that is DFC, right? And what is your image name? Paste image. Left bin, left dash. So till this point we covered. Now we will move to the Kubernetes. Chicken, I will back to you with your query.
Sure.
Yeah, now I am proceeding with the Kubernetes